Hey, it's your boy Terrence Cummins, aka the Music Master, here in lovely Tupelo, Mississippi, home of Tupelo Music Academy. Are you ready for the summer? You want to have something fun to do? Meet us here at Tupelo Music Academy. Drums, bass guitar, lead guitar, acoustic guitar, all the band instruments, piano, and voice, all here for you this summer. It's summertime, and we're looking for something to do. Music lessons are here for you at Tupelo Music Academy. Hey, this is Terrence Cummins, aka the Music Master, here in lovely Tupelo, Mississippi, home of Tupelo Music Academy. This is the Music is Life podcast. Today, as you can see, I have one of my good friends here, special guest, Mr. Andy Dixon, bass master for real. Andy, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, man, it's good to be here. You're really good at that.
Well, thank you. I thank you. I try to work on it.
You got a great facility here.
Well, I appreciate it. And you know where the Music Master and church and getting here. So you know my journey.
Oh, yeah.
Of trying to build this thing.
Been friends a long time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So Andy, for the M Tribe, the ones who don't know you, give a intro of who you are and how you got started.
Sure. Andy Dixon. Grew up in Corinth, Mississippi, just right down the road. I started playing music, 12 years old. I'm old. Many years.
Yeah.
Like a lot of musicians in our network started on the drums.
Yep.
Probably started on the drums.
Yep.
And moved on. My father's a musician, and so we didn't do a whole lot of fishing or hunting or
Same thing.
that's what we did.
Yep.
As the bonding experience is make music.
Yep.
I remember going and watching him perform, and I just thought it was so cool.
Yep.
I thought it was so cool, and so at an early age, started goofing around with the instruments. Tried to play sports. Was horrible at everything I tried. And so it was cool to find something that I felt like I had a passion for and felt like I could advance.
Right.
And just never stopped. And when I figured out that I didn't have to get a day job and just could play music.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we got serious about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know I met you through Sean Miller, and he was like, "Hey, I got this white boy." Now, Sean's white. He's like, "I got this white boy. He off the hook." I was like, "Okay." He's like, "I'm gonna bring you into your church one." I was like, "All right." So he comes. It's been a long time. It's over 30 years. So he comes to the church, and we're in church. And so my mom gets on the mic. This is during church. Play that funky music, white boy. And he was killing that bass. It was like, who is this dude? It's like, man, Andy Dixon. It's like, oh, golly. He was a killer, man, even then. So, and then the years passed and we didn't get a chance to see each other. But through our mutual friend, David Duncan, who I'm trying to wrangle to get down here on the podcast. You know how
that guy can do some talking.
Yeah, Lord have mercy. And playing off the hook.
Oh, absolutely. Everything.
Yes, off the hook. So through David, we got a chance to reconnect, and it's just like we never had that time apart. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this out here, and then we'll get into the questions. Okay. So we're on this one particular gig. Got a story, and Iris knows I like to tell stories. So we're on this one particular gig. Andy's playing. It's his solo time. So he takes his beer bottle and slides it up, and I got it on video.
Smoke and mirrors, man.
Hey,
smoke and mirrors.
Man, killing the bass. But every time this guy has a solo, I just completely stop playing. I don't care if we're doing the horn lines. I'm watching. I'm like, well, forget this. I'm finna start video. Killer bass player, always sounds good, loves to have fun, doesn't get the big head, not cocky, not, oh, I'm better than y'all, we run into those situations, but that's a topic for another day. I'm not going to get in there. We're going to keep it 100 here, but always a blessing to get around Andy. So, Andy, our first question that we have for you on the podcast for the M Tribe, a lot of our students want to get to what you said. I want to play full time. I want to get here. But a lot of times, and I know this is something that people hear all the time, but I'm really stressing this. This is about practice and play. How did you approach getting better?
Man, it comes down to the hours that you put into it. Oh, sorry. Let me get a little
Yeah.
It comes down to taking the time to do it every day. You have to have a passion for it. As you know, I've been teaching a long time, too, doing the private lessons.
Yep.
And, I have a lot of students, or had a lot of students, I don't teach anymore, but had a lot of students that they had the natural ability. But it seems like today there are so many distractions.
It is.
And, and there are those kids, and I'm sure even adults, that that have that natural ability and that can grab it really quickly. But it's just like anything else. It's like, when you graduate high school and you go to college, you go every day.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And you have to do it on a daily basis. And there are times, there's seasons where you may get discouraged or you get busy. So you don't call it quits, but you make sure that, after a week and you hadn't picked up that instrument,
Yep.
you better get back after it.
Yep.
Every day. Every day.
My son is playing saxophone, and I tell Cooper, now he loves Roblox, and he can be on Roblox all day. It's a game.
Oh.
It's a game, and he has his friends, and I was like, Cooper, how many times do you hear me play? He was like, every day.
Every day.
He was like, I said, sometimes my practices are long because I get involved, and then sometimes they're not. But there's not a day that I'm not picking up. And even when I worked a day job, I would pick up my horn, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'm going to run the scales. I'm going to do my warm-ups. I'm going to play something. My mentor, David Sanborn, is one of the guys I love. And he said he wouldn't let a day. He said if he went a day without playing, he noticed it. He went 2 days, you noticed it. And I didn't want that.
Yeah. I noticed that too, because I have those seasons where I'm busy and I don't touch it for a week.
Yep.
And it takes a few hours to get those fingers warmed up.
It does. I know when I first played with David, I've done church a lot, so I could just play a couple times a week and be ready for church. And when I came in there to play that music, I was off. I was like, oh man, I got to get my saxophone and start playing. So practice is something that we are constantly on down here. But I always tell our students, we got to play. Think of it, enjoy it, find the time, figure it out. We did a post about it a few days ago on practice. So,
and I feel like sometimes, I don't mean to interrupt you, but
no, go ahead.
Sometimes there are those days, just like any chore that you got to. There's those days that you don't want to do it, but you may not. Just like you said a second ago, that you start practicing and then you get in depth and you really enjoy it and you spend a lot of time with it.
Yep.
Some days it's
not like that. Yeah, I know.
So don't spend 2 hours on it. Just like you said, run your exercises, just play, get warmed up, and then set it down. But
yeah,
not to go a day.
Yeah, because this week I didn't really want to play. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I was watching good shows.
You can waste 5 hours.
I know, and it's just like what because I remember one night I was playing, and my wife was like, "Well, I was waiting on you, and you just." She doesn't usually interrupt me, but she's like,
the movie's over.
Yeah, he was like, I wanted to watch this show. I was like, okay. Let me get off. Let him go. All right. So the next question I have for you, being that, you are a pro player, what are things that you saw over the last few years that have maybe taken your skills to the next level? It could be music related, or it could be just business related.
Sure. Well, I'll tell you this.
Because we have professional musicians that look at this.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. Getting older. And, as we get older, our dexterity starts to slow down a little bit. And so it takes even more practice.
Yep.
Just getting older and more mature. Even with life. I mean, I recently got married.
Yeah.
Yep, you
Yeah.
were wedding, and I'm happy, and I just enjoy. I don't aspire to, to make a bunch of money or for everybody to know my name.
Right.
Now it just seems like before there were all these other things you were chasing.
Yep.
And it was like playing music on your instrument was like a byproduct of trying to get rich and famous. And it's like it's so egotistical and arrogant. Now I just want to play.
Yeah.
I just want to play. I don't want to go on the road. I just want to run do my little Broadway gigs and have fun in my little remote studio.
Yeah.
Grab sessions here and there and just
You're in a different, you're in a different season in your life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I get it because I know now I've never wanted to be the role player. But this is what I wanted, was the opportunity that if I wanted to go, I could. Mm-hmm. And I'm in that season now. If I want to play, I play. If I don't, I don't. And it's not going to affect if the lights stay on or the mortgage stay on.
Yep.
It's just the enjoyment of getting the opportunity to play.
Yeah.
Now, being that we do have young musicians here, when working with young musicians, mm-hmm. how would you approach? What do you think about like today's? You say it's a lot of distractions. So I hear I'm trying to learn on YouTube. What's your thoughts on in-person lessons and tech lessons?
I really think it really comes down to the just the raw, even maybe genetic, natural talent.
Yeah. If you got it or not.
Yeah. Some kids. I mean, we've met players that wanted it so bad. They might not have been that talented, but they wanted it so bad.
Right.
They'd play sick from school to stay home and play. And then I'm sure you have kiddos here that have that gift, have that talent, and you can say, oh, they're not. They're so distracted, like we said before, but still keep advancing.
Right.
And so I think YouTube is. It's a great tool. As a matter of fact, I use it.
Yeah.
I use it. But there's something about being there and having that instructor. I mean, when I was teaching guitar, you would even have to, and you know this, maybe even with saxophone.
Yeah.
With guitar, I'd have to take the fingers and bend the fingers and explain on like very detailed,
Yep.
detailed level. It's like how to bend the fingers and how to mute the strings and like all those different
Those small intangibles
that you're not gonna get on a video screen.
Nope. Nope.
You know how those YouTube videos, they're fast.
Yeah, even if you slow it down.
There are nuances that you cannot grasp on a video screen.
Now, I personally encourage learning in various forms. I don't think it should be limited to one thing. And I've said that because I've had people over the years that think you can only learn from this one type of teacher. You can only play this one type of way. I don't believe in that at all. I never have and never will.
It's all, the music is so vast.
It is.
Just like sports, it's like you want to know who the best batter is, you look at the batting average.
Yep.
Or yards rushed.
But how you get there? Because I know when we were doing drums and I remember John Fierce was like, take a tennis ball and bounce it up the wall with your left hand.
Yeah.
Comb your hair with your left hand. Drink with your left hand. And so that was a new way of thinking of how to strengthen your left hand on your drums. When I'm just thinking, I got to sit here and bang on. But he was like, no, do this, do that. That ain't coming from a video. That's somebody who's able to give you that instruction. But
and the camaraderie too.
Yeah.
To look up to your teacher and watch your teacher do things on the instrument that you aspire to do. And then to be able to go, whoa, stop, show me.
Yeah. Give me that. I have
one-on-one connection.
I have a coach who's online, but I get a chance to see him twice a year. And the videos are great and that's great. But when we are in a room together, I get everything, and I'm just pulling on him. So we encourage students, hey, because we get the calls. Mm-hmm. Hey, Johnny was trying to learn on YouTube, and he's gotten to a certain level.
It's always the same call.
Yeah, it is.
Now he needs or she needs
right.
one.
Right. And so, we encourage it, but there's nothing like, and I know y'all say, oh, Terrence got the music school. Now, I'm saying you can learn in various forms, but Tech is great because we're going to use tech here, but at the same time, having that personal touch definitely gets you there. Now,
100%.
Andy, what's your favorite kind of music?
Oh, dude, I can't tell you that. It's all so inspirational. It depends on the day of the week.
Right.
It's all so inspirational.
Yeah. So, but when you're playing, what is there anything specifically like you like? Man, I really can dig into this.
Gosh, man, I'm getting into more of the fusion stuff.
Yeah.
But then it aggravates me. Then it's too much.
Yeah.
It's like, let's listen to some good old authentic country.
Yeah. Let's get simple.
Yeah. It varies, but I think that's part of the passion for music because there are again different nuances to every style of music. It's all influential. And it depends on the day of the week.
Gotcha.
How I may be feeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Want to listen to some good old gospel music.
Yep.
Praise the Lord.
Hey.
On Sundays on the way to church.
Hey, I'm telling you. I love music, and we were blessed to get an opportunity. Now, my dad's a pastor, so back in the day, we couldn't necessarily get that devil music, but well, it was what it was back, in the good old 80s.
Played a few devil gigs.
Yeah, yeah. But it was the opportunity to. We were afforded a chance through my mom to listen to all types of music. Now she said, be careful on certain things, but we got an opportunity to listen. But now, of course, when my friends used to get in my car. And I had this is back in the day, so I'm finna go back when you had the CD player. So they would get in.
What's that?
Yeah, it was a beautiful thing. I used to love to go buy a CD. Okay, I'm dating myself. So anyway, they would get in there and they would hear Kirk Franklin, and then they would go Wynton Marsalis, and then they would go Dixie Chicks, and they was like, what? And then DMX, and then so they was like, dude, what kind of, and Limp Bizkit or something. It just was all over the place. I was like, I love music, classical or whatever. So let me go back on the playing and practicing. Do you ever set routines? Because I know there are times you'll send me videos and you'll say, hey, I was working on this thing. And do you have a routine, or is it just I'm picking it up and I'm doing something?
I should, and I make plans. I've even taken a sheet of paper and written out. Okay, this week it's going to be working on this specific thing, and I'm lazy. I feel it's very important,
right,
for students to do that. 15 minutes on this, 15 minutes on that, and actually be routine with your practice. But I love it so much. I can sit and again waste like 3 hours.
Yeah.
And so if you've got the instrument in your hand for 3 hours, you're probably going to cover everything.
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot.
Yeah, and there are like the next guy that you're about to interview. Trevor.
Yeah.
That's my biggest influence, man. I steal from him all the time. Sometimes I've got my instrument in my hand. I'm thinking I need something new, and I'll send him a message. Hey, send me a video. Like, he's the best I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So I've learned a lot from him, and we have this little back and forth thing where we're just like ping ponging licks back and forth.
Well,
so again, that's another form of practice.
It is.
Another form of study.
And I like that. Now, so that's your way. Now,
but the routine is important.
Routine is important, but I'm not saying it's always got to be one way. I was, figured out taste, touch, whatever. Where I'm at on the next part is you're a teacher. How did you teach your students? Okay. What did that look like? Yeah,
well, it was more along the lines of don't do what I do what I say.
Look out now.
Yeah, well, of course, with a student, a beginner, you have to categorize the routine.
Gotcha.
And yeah, so we would, of course, with music, it's so fast. You got your scales, and then you got your arpeggios, and then with the guitar thing. You got your chords, and then but your rhythm, and it all just kind of meshes together as one. So you have to dissect each one. And with some, what I'll do sometimes, or did, is especially if I get a student that already plays,
right,
figure out the strong points, but the weak points, and then really go after those weak points. Maybe strumming. So we'll have a routine. I'll set the routine where they go home and they use a certain like a series of patterns, strumming patterns that I may write out for them. And it's like, I always say, this is going to be really boring. You're not going to want to do this.
Yep.
I say, set a clock, for 15 minutes or 20 minutes. And by 7 minutes, you're going to be ready to quit.
Yeah.
Hang in there.
Right.
Keep grinded and practice this boring routine. And you do that, 20 minutes for a couple of weeks, and you're going to get better.
Yeah.
You're going to grasp it.
That's a huge gem. Take that. Break down your lessons. Break down the time that you put in. I like that.
And understand that some of it's not going to be a lot.
No, generally the foundation things, the things that help you, are usually the things that are just, doing the licks and doing all that. That's great. But breaking it down and getting the foundation tips are usually like, oh my God, it's a snoozer. And especially with young kids. And that's why we hear, well, Kate doesn't want to practice today because Kate don't want to do the
Kate doesn't want to take the trash out.
Nah.
But we have to do.
Yeah. There you go. You show right.
Sometimes it's a chore.
It is. And we just have to, hey, you got to get past it. I tell my son, all right, Cooper, you got to go in there. I need to hear these scales. And he doesn't say anything, but the look counts. I'm like,
yeah. Sorry, Kate, by the way.
Yeah. Kate knows who I'm talking about. But that's just
her chore.
Yeah, just an avatar. But you got to get in there and you got to put in. Andy just dropped a gem for you on that. Now let's go to the pro level because we got some pro musicians here that are looking to get themselves out there. Now, of course, our times are a little different, but in today's, because we have a mutual friend, Mr. Miles Brandon, who's in Nashville now, and I see Miles on his YouTube. He will be a podcast guest here soon. But what do you encourage young musicians who really want to get themselves out there? What do you, in the business? What would you encourage them? The one thing you would encourage them to do?
Well, it's funny you say that because Miles and I were hanging out one evening, and I explained to him that that now in this day and age, it's not just the playing.
Right.
You have to get involved with like the tech. You gotta blend that, with the whatever DAW you use, whatever recording software that you use. Just what we're doing right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Posting interviews, posting your music, being a part of that whole digital realm.
Yep.
That's just where we're at today.
We are.
I mean, you can go hand out business cards. But, they're going to get lost. People are going to go to your particular forum or site and see you there.
Yep.
And just going out and meeting people and being a nice person.
Yep.
Being a nice person and meeting fellow musicians and just getting in some kind of network, and it may take a while.
Keep practicing every day. Well, you know what? He actually said that. He was like, hey, it ain't just about playing. I was looking at his YouTube. He's like, it ain't just about playing. I have to get out here. I got to meet folks. It might not even be my gig, but I'm out here introducing myself. It's a good tip. Always included because I was talking to one of my coaching clients, and I said 20 some odd years ago when I first started doing this, Yellow Pages ads was the thing.
Yeah.
And they had a whole book about Yellow Pages, and I asked my kids, y'all know what Yellow Book is? And it's like, what?
Yeah, it's a total
it's different. Yeah.
thing.
We wasn't doing this 20, 25 years ago at all.
Do they even sell phone books? Do you even get a phone
I
book?
think you do. I saw the last one I saw was like this thin. I mean, Tupelo used to be like this. It's like this now. Like,
It's those businesses that I refuse to get an iPhone. I refuse to play along with
Yeah.
that. Well, then your business will suffer.
well, I tell you, we have to use it, and all the stuff that we had to. It's so easy to just take your phone out and hook it up and play. There's no excuse, but at the same time, there's a lot of people that's not doing it.
Yeah. Well, it's convenient, and it's where we're at today, and it's not so it's anti-personal. It's not personal at all. There's good points and bad points, I
Yeah.
guess, for the whole digital
It's
age.
like I tell everybody, it's how you use it.
But it's where we're at.
Yeah, it's definitely where we
And
at.
it's so important. It's vital for your business, or if you're a sole proprietor trying to get gigs. Man, you got to play the digital game.
You got to 100%. And I'm saying if you're not on it and if you're not using it, and I'm back to the music part. If you're not using it every day, you lost in the sauce quick. Lost in the sauce. So last question.
Sure.
We have parents, we have students out there who are looking for lessons. You've blessed us over last year with a few guitar students. If they're looking for guitar lessons, bass lessons, any kind of lesson, and that parent's looking at this video, why would they jump into music lessons? What would be the one good reason why they would jump in?
Well, because whether you do it for a profession or maybe it's just a hobby, I don't want to get weird, but it's a spiritual thing, man.
Yeah.
Like it's a spiritual thing, man. Like to learn to play, anything. Just do a little backyard jamming with some friends. I mean, I've never seen anybody that has a little bit of experience
Right.
with music or a guitar that can't wait to pick up a guitar and show their friends what they can do. So that, and I mean, how many people, in the world have that talent and could bless someone? And when you consider the whole church thing,
Yep.
send that praise up with
100.
Ever discover that they have that talent?
Yeah.
And
So it's tapping in to bring it out.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. You ever heard a song and just brought to you?
Yes. Yeah.
Once a week.
Yeah. I love music, man, and especially those songs that move me. But I know early on, my mom saw something in us, and she invested, and she took the time. And so I always encourage parents. Yeah, I loved it. I still do, because it's like Miles. He in an interview, Miles Davis. They said, "Would you play music if you wasn't famous?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Because I can't turn it off."
Yeah.
He's like, "I hear it now."
Can you imagine not? Isn't that a curse? Like you hear a song on an elevator, and then you walk around all day long.
It's in your head. It's just in your
Well, you
head.
hear another song, and then
Yeah.
it starts all over.
Because I tell my wife, don't, they'll play something. I'm like, I'm going to hear this all day. It's going to be in my head.
It's a curse.
Yeah.
It is.
Because I hear music right now. Anyway, so, Andy, where can people find you online here and there?
Well, I have a Facebook page, and I'm currently with an artist now, Skylar Anderson. You met him at my wedding.
Yeah.
And we're doing the Broadway circuit. We're pretty much exclusive to Eric Church's bar, Chiefs. It's on Broadway and 2nd. And we're there every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and branching out, doing some road things, weekend warrior type stuff. Fantastic band. I love those guys. And
We're coming up through that way, and so I got to come hear you. Yeah, I got to come here because I got a lot of friends in Nashville. And, this time we're gonna make sure the dog is put up. It's an inside joke. Folks who know me know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Andy, thank you for being a part. Yes, sir. Now stay tuned. We are going to jam out a little bit, but you'll see this in a different segment. I'm Terrence Cummings, aka the Music Master, here in lovely Tupelo, Mississippi, home of Tupelo Music Academy. This is the Music is Life podcast. Y'all be blessed.
Hi, my name is Cooper Cummings with Tupelo Music Academy. Today I'm going to give you 2 reasons on why you should come here for lessons. Number 1, teachers treat you with, the teachers are nice, they teach you with respect. Number 2, we actually do actual music, we don't just sit around, we do fun stuff. So if you want to come here for music lessons, call my dad at Tupelo Music Academy, tell him I sent you here.